Done and dusted, Saints fans. Before the bye round, we take care of the North Melbourne Kangaroos by a 53-point margin in the end. I reckon it could have been more myself, but I was happy to be there. It was a fantastic game to watch. It was nice. It was a relaxing game. I wasn't on the edge of my seat at all for most of the game. So it was just nice to sit back and relax and see the boys take care of North Melbourne, who currently sit second bottom of the ladder. We currently sit in the top four. We'll get into that. So first of all, boys, I want to hear how you are. Marshy, how you going?
Oh, yip, lads and listeners. This is how well I'm going. You summed it up well, Joycey.
Oh, here we go.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's
got the...
it's a robe.
He's got the robe.
Oh, yes, boy.
Joffa, eat your heart out, mate.
That's nice.
That's how I'm feeling very relaxed. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So, been wanting to whip this out for a while, to be honest.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
good number.
How long have you had that?
We got this this silky, I reckon it was a Dimmies special from back in the day. This chick came up to us at the end of maybe circa 2018. Last home game, came up and said, really enjoyed your work for the season, boys in the aisle. And, yeah, gave us this nice little, dressing gown or robe and a bag of lollies. So,
Hi. Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Surely you're
that's
wearing that every morning and night.
Oh, 100%. I just need to get like a tassel though, because it gets a bit swishy. But very relaxed, very comfy with the win.
I'm just picturing an oil painting of Marshy wearing that just on the bed.
Do you reckon lying down just on his couch?
Undies on and then the robe over the top.
Yeah.
Just,
That's it. So who says crime doesn't pay?
If there's anyone out there, any listeners or viewers that are painters,
Yeah.
there's a challenge for you.
We've put the image in your head now.
Yeah, we want the DiCaprio Titanic type thing.
Yeah, we'll get the condensation up on the windows as well, no doubt.
The hand, no, we're not doing that. Too far.
Oh, brilliant. Jake, how are you, mate?
I'm solid, mate. I'm solid. It was a good win yesterday, and we shared it together.
That's exactly right. Tell them about the experience that we had.
Yeah, it was a very nice fella, Saints TV follower by the name of Phil, and he teed up a corporate box for us.
Oh, jeez.
Sadly, you missed out, Marshy, but you had bigger things to do.
Yeah, that's
fish
it.
to fry.
Yeah, we were in the victory room downstairs.
Yeah. But for us, it was pretty relaxing, wasn't it, Joyce?
It was a weird experience.
It was the vibe on field, and it was brought into the box because we didn't get up and yell too much. It just kind of was just sitting around and just backing the boys and knowing the job was going to get done.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and like the umpiring wasn't too bad at all.
No,
so
Lee Fisher,
he was a good boy.
He was actually decent yesterday.
It was a very good game, and it was full of clean tackling as well. So it's hard to penalise that. So, but yeah, it was a different experience. I've never been in one before myself, so I feel like part of it was, as you said, it was nice. It would be nice to go in there and watch another team play, like two opposition teams play.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going for the team that's currently that's playing, you want to be out in the atmosphere, but it kind of sucks away.
We wanted to jump through the window at times.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say,
TVs. They had heaps of TVs in there as well for replays and stuff.
because I thought it was like going to be a boxed-in affair, and then when I saw one of Joyce's videos and I saw you looking, blissfully across.
I didn't know he was doing that. That was not staged.
Oh, that was pensive.
As much as we all think the things I do are staged.
that was so pensive.
No, that was organic.
Yeah. But the windows. Could you close them if things were getting a bit too loud?
It looked like you could.
Yeah.
Possibly,
I don't know if you have to keep them open at the moment or
Yeah.
you're allowed to.
You wouldn't want them shut, though.
No, you wouldn't want them shut. But it was a cool experience nonetheless.
Yeah, so thanks, Phil, for that.
Phil, absolutely, mate. Thank you. Both thumbs up. That was a great experience. So we owe Phil a couple of beers and a couple of tickets to a couple of games. So we'll surely do that late in the season. But yeah, boys, it was just taking care of business, wasn't it? They really tried to turn the game into a scrap in that second quarter. We came out, we finally kicked the first goal of the game.
Kicked the first goal, and then pretty much it was 2 goals each, and then we kicked the last 3 of the term, which was good.
Yeah, exactly right. So it was just taking care of business. I think that in that second quarter, they really put the clamps on and they tried to make it a scrappy game of football.
We did have our chances, though.
We did, and we missed.
Could've been more.
Some very easy shots, but it was good to see that those players that did miss the easy shots kicked them in the third or fourth quarter. From very similar spots. Marcus Windhager, Another excellent match for him. So he kicked his goal. He missed that set shot, corrected what he needed to correct, and then
Kingy as well.
Yeah, and Kingy as well. Yeah, missed an easy set shot. So it was just nice to see that it was a good opportunity for us to put a bit of polish into our game when the other side was really trying to strip the paint from you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good experience. Marshy down at ground level. There was 23,000
On the boundary.
Yeah.
How
at
was
the
it?
game. We kind of want to start to bump up those numbers now.
Yeah.
Now that we're in the top 4.
Top 4, baby.
That's not a top 4 crowd.
Cheers, Collingwood.
Yeah, thank you, Colin.
that was
Thank you.
good.
I was ready to go out for dinner and I was watching that on my phone on KO and me and Jess were just like, holy shit, a minute to go. We were both just freaking out. Like,
Yeah.
And they got close, Carlton. It was in their
Oh, they got
50.
darn close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Silvani, he kicked he took a big mark, handed it off, and then they got a goal, and then he had the chance to snap one around the corner and just couldn't get it there.
Yeah.
So he could have won it for him. So thank you, Jack. Thank you, Collingwood.
That's it. That's
the boys halfway mark. So tell us about the atmosphere down at ground level. We had the best seat in the house for old 29, did we not?
Yeah, I was telling him.
We were
right
directly
across.
opposite.
Yeah.
We saw you boys getting up and about. We could hear you perfectly. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
so nice to hear the
that's good.
chants from the opposite side of the ground.
Yeah, right.
Because we usually sit above them.
Yeah, so you got to
on
look
that
down
wing.
and
So,
Yeah.
it's really hard to hear from there. But from the opposite side of the ground, it's crystal
just
clear.
travelled through the air just beautifully through the
Yeah,
window.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's good to hear. On ground level, very impressive again along the members' wing. That was pretty chockers, wouldn't you say? Like
Yeah.
on the ground floor. How is it looking up top on level 3? Was it a little bit? I imagine it would have been a bit more sparse.
It actually wasn't too bad.
No,
Was
it
it too
didn't seem
bad?
too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have been
I feel like
second.
looking at the ground,
Yeah.
I thought there must have been no one above us because 23,000 is 23,000. But yeah, the wing was actually pretty decent. It was just behind either end of the goals. There was not
Yeah.
really...
Yeah, true. So yeah, no, it was good vibes. And would you say that was probably the first game for the year where we have bossed around a team for 4 quarters? Because I felt like North, they threw it at us, but that clean tackling, our pressure was off the charts.
Yeah.
And you could see that on the ground floor. Just some of the hits.
Yeah. So... and it's funny, you can hear those hits when there's only 23,000.
You really
in the
can.
ground. Yeah,
we could hear Benny Longs from in the centre
Battle,
against.
though.
I think it was on Luke McDonald.
Yeah.
We heard Battles one where he took that mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to hear, Marshy, especially if you from ground level,
Yeah.
just improvements from last week against Adelaide. Because Adelaide was pretty scrappy for 3 quarters, and
Yeah.
then we really got on top in that last quarter, kicked 8. What do you think the main difference was this week compared to last week? Because
Our tackling.
Tackling?
Tackling was number one. It was clean. We didn't give away any stupid free kicks. We didn't get sucked into North style of play. They, like Jakey said, they wanted to make it a bit of a scrap, and we were able to just keep flicking it out. The way we were moving it out of our back line, tremendous.
Yeah,
So-
we were marking a lot better this week.
Yeah.
Like Wilkie again.
Do you think that's...
But I mean,
To
it was
do
under
with
the
under the
roof
roof,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is an improvement. We're
Yeah.
better at
12
Marvel
marks
for,
for
that.
Wilkie.
Yeah.
12
and I'm
marks.
sure we
Huge.
took a lot. I think we took over 100 again for the game. So I think we chip it around a lot more than it feels like we do.
It's because it happens in succession. Like, it happens really, really
Yeah,
quickly.
we do
And
1,
that's
2,
what-
3, 4,
that's
then go.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
You know, you don't realise it's like they may have kicked it 8, 9 times down the ground to get into the forward 50, but it all happens so quickly and so smoothly that it feels like it's a seamless effort to get it in
Yeah,
there.
as opposed to mark, bomb,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, did you see, what do you reckon about any improvements on last week against Adelaide? Was something, I mean, the tackling, the pressure, our pressure always stands out.
Yeah.
We're a great pressure side. What, in terms of the flow of the game? So, there was really just that second quarter where the flow
Yeah.
stopped.
The rest of it, we were pretty consistent. First, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
I think we kicked 5 in the first. The third, we kicked probably 4 or 5 again. And the fourth, I think we kicked 4. I thought our transition from the back half was a lot better. It
Yeah.
just felt like Sinks and Hill. They were both really good last week, but this time they got it. Obviously, we're playing North. It's a bit of a different opponent, but they got it in more space, I thought. And we could
Yeah.
use the wings a lot more.
It was home.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
home. We spread out a lot more. I thought against Adelaide it was a bit more contested, but that's what you get when you play Adelaide. They
Yes.
don't have that outside run, so they've got to make it that inside type game.
Yeah.
And North, they like to take the game on. They want to cut back into the middle.
Yeah.
And they're prone to mistakes because of that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we actually feasted on that late in the game. We kicked a couple of goals. I think Owens kicked one directly off a missed kick.
Yeah, they turned
He
over.
kicked it long.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Sorry, Nasaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about him for a minute?
Machito?
Oh no, not Machito.
No.
Nas.
You were right in front of that.
We were right in front of that kick to Max King. Fuck me, dead. That was.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen a football go faster than that.
Nah.
It was,
it
it
carried
was
50.
unbelievable.
The footage doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't.
Like, it doesn't do it justice. You have to be
What I
there.
love from the footage, though, that I didn't notice at the ground because we were so far away, was just like the little thing.
Yeah,
When
true,
you saw
true.
the dart of the eyes, like, come on,
Yeah.
if you go there, I'll put it on you.
He told him, you go there,
Yeah.
and I'm nailing that kick.
Yeah.
That
you
was
could hear it
delightful.
like a bullet. Bang.
Yeah, that was tremendous. And him even taking the bounce. Every time he gets the ball, the crowd automatically, they're like, oh, we're going to get
Yeah.
something pretty juicy.
Who does that remind you of?
Aussie.
Yeah.
Aussie down the wing,
Yeah.
5 bounces if you don't mind. And I didn't mind the fact that once he sort of reached the end of his run, he's like, he's out of gas. The easy option is to just boot it,
Yeah.
you know, and there's clearly nothing forward for him to do it. So he's tried to bring it back inboard. And I think it might have been Windhager or we got a stoppage. But anyways,
Yeah.
we got the ball moving.
Yeah. And
It's just
but that's
clever.
what you want to see. You want to say
confidence.
he's got the confidence to run the ball down the wing
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
pace. And you take those chances against North Melbourne about running into trouble and everything like that because you know they're just going to turn it over again. So just to see that our young kids really made the most of that opportunity
Yeah.
on the weekend.
All
And
three.
Rats would have gone out and gone, you're natural footballers, play your style of game, see how you go, see what happens. And then Machito walks off with 2 goals. Marcus Windhager walks off with something like 8 or 9 tackles and a goal. to
Machito
his
had
name.
10 tackles too.
Machito had 10 tackles. There you go.
Did he started at the first bounce in the middle,
He
didn't
was.
he? You spotted that in the
Yeah.
box, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome confidence for him, and
Yeah.
Rats
and,
was repaid.
and it did come with sacrifice. Like, we got pretty smashed in the
Yeah,
clearances.
that's the one we'll talk about. That's the one thing that
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks has been fairly consistent.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much that is to do with just structure or the lack of steel.
Yes,
I feel like it's
yeah.
not just steel.
Yeah, it's it's
Yeah.
missing that bigger body in there, isn't it? You know,
'Cause he
Steele
holds
is
it
that
up.
commanding figure in there where he will lock it up.
And we're still
you-
kind of like shuffling the decks to see, you know, how do we,
there?
who's there? How do we move this going forward? Because Steele's Steele, but he's also the captain as well. So you'd
Yeah.
like to think a fair bit of sort of structural on-field stuff comes from him.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
absolutely. And, you know, it's good to see that we've found our clearance man, which is Gresh. Gresh is getting a lot of clearances
Oh,
now.
he was superb.
He,
Yeah,
he
he
was,
was
he was
brilliant.
superb. And he was getting tagged quite heavily. So it was...
Is that Anderson?
Anderson. Yeah. Was going to
Yeah,
him.
that was like, was it third term where he kind of tried to clamp on?
Yes,
onto
yeah.
Gresh?
Well, Gresh didn't have... He had 13 disposals up until, like, 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And what he finished with?
He
30,
finished with
did he?
30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
must have
he
gone
went-
berserk in the last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
that's fitness, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's
Yeah.
just the willingness to keep going. And he had 15 contested possessions, the most on the ground. Like, it was just a really hard-fought game by Gresh. You know, and that's something, for his size, you don't really see that. He's starting to realise that, hey, like, blokes like Lockie Neal are his size, Dane Zorko are his size, and they're contested ball picks. So
Yeah.
And
why
they kicked
can't I be?
goals.
And they kick goals.
He kicked 2. Kicked
Yeah.
2 for the day. Yeah.
Oh, he has to be, in my view, I reckon the most improved player in our side by percentages.
yeah.
So, you know, he's always been able to do that flashy stuff, and he did a couple of selfish things during the game where I was like, okay, it's North Melbourne and he's trying to put on a show. But he's those 1%ers that he's getting into his game now have turned him into an elite midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just great to see.
Not just that though. Gresh 2 years ago got a lot of the ball, and when he was corralled, what would he do?
Just bomb it.
He would just bomb it,
Yeah.
aimlessly. What did he do yesterday? I reckon I counted maybe 4 or 5 times he did it without.
He looked sideways, didn't he?
He always switched it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah, that's a
always,
good
if he's
point.
on one wing and there's nothing down there, he always goes into the guts or even further to the other wing and switches it, and the
Yeah.
game completely opens up.
Yeah.
But it's also he's trusting that D-Mac or someone on that wing, Hilly, Sinks,
Nasaya.
they're gonna Nasaya, they'll be there,
Yeah.
and they were there every single time. So
Yeah.
there's some very good synergy with our
I've
with the
got to
team at the
say
moment.
that bringing Corey in right to this club was one of the best moves that we've made.
Yeah.
Our back six.
We're staunch.
Top, I think 4th or 5th best at the
Yeah.
moment.
There you go. Yeah, it's
And
just
we've only conceded 100 once
And I think Larky
to Collingwood.
only got like 1 touch or something for the game.
Oh,
I think
2 touches.
Two touches, yeah.
Yeah. So Dougal Howard, that's almost a best on for me.
He was unreal.
Yeah, that's in terms of coaches' votes and what'll go into the BNF, that's taken into account very heavily. He only got 2 touches and 1 shot at goal for the game, and he missed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just awesome, and that's a guy that's kicked 6 on us previously.
Oh yeah, he's a very, very handy player, Larky.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know he kicked 6 on us.
yeah, that was down in Tassie
Years ago, was it?
Years ago when Josh Bruce's last game with us. Brucey kicked 6 as well, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
or maybe
okay.
Larky kicked 5 and Zerha kicked 4 or 5 as well.
Yeah, Zerha was pretty dangerous early, but I thought we managed him pretty well as the game went on.
That Wilkie just put the clamps on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to work.
I'll tell you what. There's rumblings that he's not too happy at North Melbourne. He could come to St Kilda if he wants.
I would love him at St Kilda over to go
Yeah,
any
see,
day of the
exactly.
week.
The same type of player, but Zerha, he's just going to play for the jumper every week.
Yeah.
He's not carrying that baggage of everything going on. And he'll definitely be cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely. He's an
salary-wise,
honest player, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
He's
and the
explosive.
only trouble that he's had throughout his AFL career that's held him back was mental health problems during COVID.
Yeah.
And he found a way personally to get over that. He went out and bought a dog and got over that.
Yeah.
He's like, that dog got me through everything. So he's a smart fella. He's a smart fella. And I'd love him at the club. Let's talk about some more Saints players who impressed us on the weekend. So
Ooh,
our
there's a
trio
few.
of kids,
Yeah.
Owens, Windhager and Nasai, geez, we've had a good draft.
That's such a good draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So Machado really took some huge steps. That was a giant leap from round 1, wasn't it? I think he was just a bit underprepared.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And it's so good that you've got those 2 clear barometers. Like he goes and works hard in the VFL, kills it for 9 weeks, and he just looked very assured. And I don't know, to get 10 tackles, that's nothing to sneeze at, is it, boys? Because
You get a game every week.
I think Steele's record for the year is 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was on track because he didn't get a tackle for the last quarter. So
He spent quite a bit of time off, I think, or
Yeah.
down forward.
yeah,
you know.
that's right. So
Well, the first bounce, I don't think he got really an actual stat on it, but he was just pushing blokes and bumping.
Yeah.
That physicality.
There's a lot of that,
wasn't
yeah.
there in round 1.
yeah, true.
This time he's like,
Took him
I'm
by
meant
surprise.
to be here. I've put the work in. I'm as good as you boys. So let's
Yeah.
go.
To get put in the guts round 1, the midfield is something that you earn as an AFL player, especially when you've got experience around you. So
Yeah.
I feel like Rats probably put in there a bit prematurely, and it probably cost us that game. So it was just good to see that he knows what he needs to do now. He's even put on a little bit of size since then.
Yeah.
He's been going hard at the gym, at training, so
He's a big boy.
he's a big boy. And just, Nasai's run and carry, his silky skills that we've talked about, that kick to king. Just
Oh, it was such a fizzer.
yeah. You were right. That was right in front of
That
us.
was
wasn't it?
right
Yeah.
in front of us.
Oh,
That was easily the highlight of the game for us.
Yeah.
Like just in terms of our vantage point.
Yeah.
And like Wanganeen to King, like jeepers,
It's gonna
creep.
happen a lot.
Could get bloody used to
That's-
that.
That's Winmar to Lockett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was a few of those going around yesterday,
Yeah.
actually, those comparisons. But and I guess going back to Machado just real quick, he comes in because Billings gets dropped, and I know we had not argy-bargy, but like because a lot of the commentary was that there was a statement. It was sending a statement to the team and whatnot, and I kind of felt that Billings was kind of, he was decent against Geelong without being amazing, and then dropped off against the Crows. But he doesn't look fit to me, so
Yeah.
I think that was rather than go there's some people out there were saying that he was dropped because he's shit. Like,
Yeah.
we clearly know
that's
that's not the
true.
case.
Yeah.
But I think the coaching moves, they're getting a lot right, and I asked what is the message, and Joycey, I think it was in the thread, goes, it's if you're not fully fit and you're not performing as well as you can, then you go back to the twos, and those that are killing it get rewarded and promoted, like your Owens.
Yeah, well, when
It's
you're
simple, isn't it?
Yeah, and when you're in a good team like that, like 4 years ago with Richo and stuff like that, there was clear reasons why players were dropped. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And this year, you're just a bit behind the eight ball. You're just not quite there, do you know?
Yeah.
Like they're not playing terrible football. They're just not playing to that absolute standard that we're at the moment.
100%. And
So it shows where we're going.
And Rats has got like form with this. He did it with Clark and Caulfield.
Yeah.
Both of them were made to do a mini apprenticeship at Sandy, and he did it with Sinclair.
Yeah.
Sinclair had to wait 8 or 9 weeks before he came in. I think it was 2020.
Yeah, he came in. I think it was the Port Adelaide game that we won.
Yeah, right.
It was the
And he
one
was
of the
brilliant.
two, and he was brilliant. He had
Yeah.
about 15 touches in a couple of quarters that he played, and
So
Didn't
and
look back.
that's such a crucial part of like coaching, is to be able to keep blokes hungry and engaged at the lower level,
Yeah.
that when they come back in, they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's actually taking me back, because you were really on the fence about Sinclair.
Oh, no, not me.
I was listening to a few old potties last
Yeah.
week.
I was all
for
over
no
Sinclair,
reason.
wasn't
Oh,
I?
really?
He was my boy.
You rated him. I was the one.
Yeah.
Was it you? There you
And
go.
I was
yeah.
like, I reckon, I just can't see how Sinks gets a game this year. And that was start of 2020.
2020, yeah.
And to be fair, I was right for 8 weeks. He didn't get a game.
game.
But
Yeah.
holy crap, like the transformation on this bloke is unbelievable.
Yeah, and we love the media that he's getting now. And the
Yeah,
media
well, a
that
lot
him
of
and Hill.
Australian talk now, which is
Yeah.
good. And
Well,
Hill.
Surely he's a lock.
Oh, he's got to be a lock now for
Yeah,
all
he's an
Australian.
absolute lock at the moment. Yeah.
His kicking, his field kicking, is like, I haven't seen it at our club since Dylan Robertson.
Yeah.
You remember that season in 2017 where he was in the All-Australian squad and we just weren't a very good team.
Yeah.
But he can turn on a dime, kick it on his left, his right. You know, that's the sort of smarts that you're seeing out of this kid now. Like,
Yeah.
well, he's not a kid anymore. He's a man. But, like, just both sides of the foot, he never panics. He hits the ball hard. He runs through packs. He's like, if I'm on the move, no one's touching me. And he's got that confidence. And you see that rubbing off
Yeah.
on Hill, on Wanganeen, you know, just and on Windhager. If you hit the ball hard, no one's stopping you.
Yeah.
You know, no matter whether you're 70 kilos or 100 kilos
Yeah.
or anywhere in between. That's
Well-
against arms.
Well, that's right. Like, and that's like you say, it's infectious. Like, he doesn't shit his pants ever.
No.
And then you see like North, they heard footsteps all game.
Yeah.
Like they
Mate,
dropped some regulation
Kane Turner
marks.
did not want to be on the ground. he's a little rat, that bloke, and he loves getting under everyone's skin, and he's a tagger and everything.
Yeah,
like
but
to
when
see
that-
him drop a couple of marks in defence,
yeah.
I was like, ha.
He's looking, where's Kingy?
Yeah, exactly. So
But Robin, I would not. You know, they're obviously different players, but that's a great comparison, I reckon.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of the Dylan Robin steez.
yeah, yeah, well said.
You said it.
Oh, I like the Stees.
Well said, boys.
A couple of other players. Remember his first game as... Oh, he's captained the club before.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they rotate the strike.
They're rotating the strike at the moment, yeah.
okay.
So, and I thought he did play a captain's game.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was very tough at the contest. He took a few contested marks. He had a good game. He was on the verge of kicking 4.
Yeah.
And then he handballed.
He missed one, and then he handballed
Handballed
one
to
off to
Gresh,
Gresh.
yeah.
But that's a captain's move, isn't it? You know, seeing that Gresh was really pumped up and getting into the game and starting to get that bit of a flow on him. Remember, he goes, he deserves this. He's worked
That was like
hard.
in the last
It was
minute or
the
two of
last
the
goal
game.
of the game.
Yeah, it was. It was the last goal of the game. And then bloody Gresh, idiot, plays on with 3 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Kick
Just
a
go the
Tory,
Torp,
mate.
mate.
Yeah. Go the Ian Thorpe. But, yeah, so, you know, Membry doing that. He also did something else during the game, and Ben Long did it as well. And I think Ben Long is another one of those players who stopped trying to do all the flashy shit.
Yep.
And he
Yeah.
learnt from last week, and he is playing amazing percentage football now, and he is our best pressure forward in the side.
Yeah.
So he's laying tackles, he's corralling, he's putting pressure on the players. But what he did on the goal line, to see him not try and fend off a player and go for the goal while the ball's trickling towards the points, and Membry did it too,
Yeah.
to turn back
Was that, oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah,
and
yeah.
hit up Zach Jones.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, he kicked it inboard
Yeah.
to Jonesy.
kicked it inboard, That is Saints footy.
Yeah, because
That's brilliant.
it looked like from where I was, he had the ball ready for the banana to go for the goal.
Yeah.
But then he just changed it and went for the inboard kick at the last second.
He's
So
ticking over now. That's maturity
he's got that
coming
voice
into
in
your
his
game.
head saying, do the team thing now.
Yeah, and Jones missed it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But he put him, 30 on a slight angle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been a certain goal next time.
But then you see the captain, Tim Membry, do it 2 quarters later.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Hilly.
Because he wouldn't have done that if Long didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you each set the example of what it is to play team footy. That is team footy. And then he'll pick up. You had a great call, that one.
I said, what did I say?
I was like, if he picks this up
I
clean,
said if he
it's-
picks this up cleanly, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did that,
Just-
and it was all in the bounce because the ball came out to him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Just kind of
was a
jumping up
shocking
and down.
bounce.
Shocking bounce.
Slips catch.
And that shows the form that Hilly's in. Because I reckon last year that ball bounces off his chest and it just goes out for a throw-in. This year he's
He's been
He's on.
deadly.
Yeah. It's
for
great to
sure.
see him up and about.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Rowan Marshall, he did something that flows on from what you were talking about, Membry and Longy and that doing. He could have had goal of the year.
Oh, yeah.
He could have had goal of the year. Like, the throw in near our goals, he taps it.
Yeah.
Or, either taps it, he taps it to himself. And, you know, it would have been the biggest party shot, you know, but he sends it inboard.
Yeah.
But no one would have begrudged him to have a ping.
Yeah.
Because, he's getting a year's worth of Hungry Jacks or whatever the prize is these days for goal of the year. But, he sends it back inboard, and that was pretty early in the game. I think it might have been even the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Set the tone.
sets the tone. Like, we're playing a very selfless brand of
Yeah.
football that brings others into it.
And you got to remember, this guy's 202 centimetres and almost 100 kilos. His pressure in the forward line's phenomenal too.
Amazing.
Like, he set up that, was it the Ryder goal?
When they handballed it backwards. that
Yeah,
one?
when they handballed it backwards. That
I think
only
you're right.
happened
Yeah.
because he was able to put pressure on and intercept a handball and tap it forward.
Yeah.
You know, so he came steaming in. He got the ruck contest. There was a cheap snap or something that went up in the air. North Melbourne got it out and looked like they were going out to handball, and they were in the clear. They had 3 players there ready to run and spread, but he came steaming through, ready to lay a tackle, and as he's laying that tackle, he gets his arms out, taps
Yeah,
the
it
ball
makes
back
himself
inboard,
big. Yeah.
makes himself big.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said. And we get a goal out of it. So our pressure at the moment from every single player is just looking fantastic.
Yeah.
And Ryder's ruck work as well was very good.
Yeah.
You know, it'll just be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump in, but like, I reckon Marshall's as well. I reckon
Yeah.
that was his best
Yeah.
ruck game for the year.
Yeah,
His
really
tap
took
work's getting
advantage
better.
of an inexperienced Trent Sherry, yeah.
Well, and Goldstein. So like,
Yeah.
you know, that's a partnership that's pretty formidable. You would have thought, but him and Ryder, they did that pretty easy. I thought.
Yeah, and they're ranking them now as the number 2 ruck duo in the
We'll
AFL.
give it a few weeks and might change. Who knows?
Yeah, might be number 1 soon. Yeah, Gorney and Jackson. So,
Might have
anyway,
to send
boys.
Gorney back.
Pardon?
Send Gorney back.
Yeah.
While May's out.
Oh, you reckon? Gorney to full back. Jeez. Maybe
look on
Jackson
your
to full
face
back.
there.
I was like, what are you talking about, mate?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to have a bit of a break now. Going to some Jakey's junk mail.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. No game next week, so we're going to...
So we
we'll
just
stretch
like
this
we
out.
can just
We'll
go.
just, we'll
nice
just
and
take it
slow.
slow.
We're gonna
Pour
take it
myself a
easy.
glass of red. We'll be all good.
Let's do it.
Jakey's Junk Mail. Jakey's Junk Mail.
The song goes even better now than this.
Jakey's
I'm like
Junk
sliding on the couch here. I nearly slipped before.
Let's make it smooth. Let's make it sensual. Let's make it as silky as Marshy's Road.
Yes.
And as fine as Jakey's pump
Wine.
wine.
Hey, well said.
Yeah, it was good.
much.
Just got to finish it off before the bye.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
Big junk mail.
There you go. Not,
He's had that bottle of red for
it's
3
not-
years.
It's still got fizz.
Six weeks, boys.
Oh, there we go.
I brought the pump, but I'm not going to bring it out because I know you can't take it.
No. Oh, I feel like I've gotten used to it by now. I don't think it'll set me off as much.
How is it, Jake? How's the vintage? What notes are you getting?
Yeah.
Saintly nodes,
Oh,
What are the
heavenly.
tenants suggesting?
premierships. You taste that, boys?
Oh yeah.
On the
Alright.
front pallet.
We've got a big one. This one's from Jess. question for Jake's junk mail. Firstly, best part of the week is seeing the notification that the podcast is out.
Oh,
That's very
so
nice.
kind,
Thank
Jess.
you. Love what you guys are doing with all things Saints TV. So I spotted the Godfather himself at halftime today, getting into the line for the food outlet up on level 3. I couldn't help wonder what your, as well as Marshy and Joyce's, go-to halftime snack is.
Oh, all right. Let's get
One sec.
comfortable.
Feel like Jake's would be a stock standard pie and chips.
Oh, you've got him.
that's all right.
Following on from that, say the boys head to Marvel next Friday night to enjoy the week off. Who do you reckon would get around the food outlet in a big way at halftime? And what would they be having? I think Hayes is going chicken and chips and some hot jam donuts. All right,
Oh, yeah.
let's go from the
I'm gonna
top.
get comfortable
Go from
here,
the top.
boys.
Jess, you think what did pie and chips was it?
Yeah.
Nah,
Not
couldn't
at
be
all.
further from the truth.
That's so funny because we were sitting in the corporate box on the weekend, and Jake comes in with this like burrito bowl, and I'm like,
Oh, I saw them
They look
flying
good.
around. I saw them
Chicken
flying
burrito
around.
bowl now. They're
chicken
up-
burrito bowl,
they're up
and I
in
was
the
like,
food.
that is unique for the footy, like, because when you sit in the Premier Suites, they've got a little kitchenette
Oh yeah, that
as
look
you
good.
come in.
Beef brisket.
Yeah.
They had all this going on.
They got a bit of a roast there as well. You have beef brisket rolls, and
Yep.
then you can have your. I love how it says on the screen as well on the menu. It says standard hot dog, and I'm like, you can just put hot dog. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it. Like, what's the non-standard?
Yeah,
hot
what's the
dog?
non-stand? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
Gourmet.
Yeah, when Jake walked in with his burrito bowl, I was like, oh, he's gone to the Premier Suite and gotten food. I mean, when in Rome, but
Hey,
it
the
is
security
footy.
guard, as I walked back in with the bowl
Yeah.
in the corporate suites area, he's like, "Oh, is that the new burrito bowl that they got in level 3?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Looks all right."
There you go.
Like,
How
there you
was
go.
it?
So the security, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Out of 10?
In terms of burrito bowls I've had, probably a 6,
A
which
6
is not
then.
bad for football food. So
That's
yeah.
that's pretty good. There you go, Jess. 6 out of 10 burrito bowl for Jake at halftime. Marshy,
Oh,
what are you cracking into? What are you getting your chops around?
I can't eat at the footy. I've got to. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. Like, so we got to.
Do you
Dino.
know any like discarded bits of food flying out of your mouth either?
Yeah, that's it. So I try and eat before I get there, but I might save it for my minute to get back to this.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
TBC. And what
Yeah.
about you, Joycey?
I'm a hot dog man. Hot dog and chippies.
A standard hot dog for
Yeah,
you?
I just got a bit of a bone to pick as well. If I can take, I'm not going to take.
you had a hot
minute.
dog as
Go.
well in the
I
box.
did have a hot dog in the box. Thank you very much. I'm not
Key
going to. It's going to be Joyce's jaunty 30 seconds. So, I used to come to Etihad Stadium as it was back then, and my favourite part of going there was to get the hot chippies and the little sachets of vinegar.
Oh,
right,
you've
they are I think I've brought this up
You've
before.
brought this up at least 5 times.
You can get them at the MCG. But at Marvel, which is funny because I've got a mate now, my best mate does the budgeting at Marvel, so I will get in contact with him. But they've gotten rid of the bloody sachets of vinegar at Marvel. So
Isn't it a pump, though?
Yeah, it's a pump. I thought
There's no vinegar pump.
level 3 when we went to get my sister chips. We went to get some sauce.
Is there
for
a
her.
vinegar pump there?
I
There's
swear there
vinegar
was
pumps.
a vinegar pump in the
Because
middle
I
of the
got
two.
on level 2 tomato sauce, mustard, tomato sauce. I was like, where's
Nah,
my
you
vinegar?
got to go up to level 3, mate.
That's where you get your vinegar tits on.
Did you say vinegar tits?
Yeah.
What a peculiar thing to say. Marvel, I'm coming for you.
He's angry. He's
Bring back
angry.
my vinegar. But yeah, hot dogs and chips with vinegar.
There you have
Oh,
it.
vinegar.
Thank you, Jess.
Working in the fish and chip shop back in the day,
Right.
like salt, they're putting vinegar. That shit. That'll
That-
clear the nose and
You know
sort of
why?
throat.
You know why? It's pure carbon dioxide that comes off of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Vinegar fumes with salt.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide. So if you try and breathe it in, you choke.
Yeah. Shit got real on a Friday night. Yeah. What was Jess's other one?
Like what player, like who would hit the food outlet the most at halftime?
Well, Jack Hayes is a good one because he doesn't have to play, obviously, so he can afford to go a little bit.
And he'd work it off too. Like, he's a running machine, that man. So,
Yeah.
like, you reckon he'd just, like... You see the pro athletes and what they eat. He'd eat double, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon.
He'd get around. I reckon Jack Hayes, he'd love it. Jack Higgins.
I reckon Rowe.
Loves a chocky bar.
Rowe.
Yeah, all the big boys.
Well, yeah.
All the big boys.
Kingy would go nuts.
Yeah.
Who's getting a hot dog out of all the boys?
Who's getting a hot dog?
got to be Higo, doesn't it?
That's your snacks.
Zach Jones maybe getting a hot dog because his bonce looks like a little bit of a hot dog.
Yeah.
Rats would go to the hot dog. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Smash it on with some caramelized onion.
Rats strikes me as a chicken burger, man.
I was going to
Do you reckon?
chicken burger or chicken and chips.
Yeah.
I'll rate him then if he does.
Yeah. Chicken and chips are good.
Yeah.
All right, good question there. That was a big intro to junk mail.
Brennan Lade would smash 3
Yeah.
pies.
Oh, yeah.
In
Corey
30
Enright,
seconds.
he'd go the burrito bowl.
So,
Corey Enright is a classy man.
Yeah, he'd
You're
go
right. He'd go
burrito.
burrito bowl. Then maybe who's our other assistant coach?
Ruffy, what would he get?
Oh, Ruffy's a hot dog man.
Yeah, he's getting
Ruffy's
On
the
the
hot
bench,
dog man.
watching the game.
Yeah.
He should do it more.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
he's watching, just eat.
And our small forward coach,
McGlynn,
McGlynn. What does
Yeah.
he go with?
he's gone pie.
I
He
reckon
gets salad.
Yeah, he looks like he's a salad man.
He'd go salad, but then he's like, that's not enough. I'll get a pie.
No, like he'd be eating a salad in front of all the boys, and then maybe do like a cheeky Macca's run on the way home.
Exactly. Because he can't eat as much and he can't afford the calories because it just stocks onto him because he's quite a small human. So, the other boys just work it off during the day because
Fair call.
they're
They're
big
athletes.
boys. Yeah.
But if I do want to, because usually I would get a pie.
Yeah.
Usually, if I can be bothered eating, I'll get a pie, and for that reason, I keep in my little fatty pack. I've always got the quickies. Because pies destroy me, but they're so good.
All right, well, there you go. There you go, Jess. Big answer there.
Yeah, exactly. Was that what you wanted?
Yeah, probably not. This one's from Dan. Can't remember if this has been brought up on the potty before, but if not, then would like to hear your thoughts on it. When it comes to the song, is it "Oh How I Want to Be" in St Kilda or with St Kilda? Because I keep hearing different versions every week, whether it's in the crowd, over the loudspeaker at the footy, or even in the circle after a win.
So Marshy, you know this, don't
It's
you?
technically-
Yeah, no. Oh, I was
It's
going to
in.
say, what did you say?
In.
I want to say with. Oh, how I want to be with St Kilda. What is it?
It's with.
Ah.
But everyone says in.
I'm stirring.
But everyone says
Yeah,
in.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like no one wants to be in St Kilda. That's like the heroin capital of Victoria.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say, cheers, lads. Keep up the good work. P.S. Sorry to say this, Godfather, but yeah, definitely made up old mate Hayley Watson last week. What do you know about this? What do you know about this, Dan?
No,
you
Dan knows.
sources,
Dan
mate,
the
do you,
man.
mate?
Yeah.
Say it to my face, mate. See me at the footy in a few weeks.
I'm going to have to track down Hayley
As I sip on my
during
wine.
the bye.
Yeah, good luck.
Hayley Watson. No junk mail from Hayley this week, so a bit odd considering
Oh, that's a surprise.
such a big discussion last week. Very disappointed. This one's from Simon. Hey lads, who do you think would be the biggest tight ass at the club? If I were to guess, I'd say it'd likely be Jimmy Webster or Seb Ross,
I was going to say Jimmy Webster.
who would be first to pretend they forgot their wallet at a restaurant. Keep up the good work.
not Seb.
Not sure if you're the rest of the junk mail's all about sending junk mail. Not enough characters in the old question box on the stories for the long junk mails.
Okay.
Technical stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So tight ass, St Kilda.
Oh, Jimmy Webster, definitely.
Yeah.
I reckon he's cheeky. Seb Ross had offered you.
I reckon he'd be a good guy. He's like, do you want another one? I
Yeah,
reckon
oh,
he'll-
absolutely.
he'll
He's
shout.
behind the first 3 rounds, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
It's got to be some of the young boys.
I've heard
isn't
it's Josh Battle. I heard he's the
Oh,
biggest.
he does
I've heard
look
he's the stingiest
Yeah.
out of them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
back
go with
that
that.
then.
I'd
There we
say
go.
Joshy Battle.
That's some
That's
actual
inside
intel.
talk there, Battle.
Yeah.
Can you confirm?
Yeah.
This one's from Max for Marshy.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Pappy and Sinclair could switch sports and be as successful as each other.
Who's Ryan Pappy?
The
Pappenhausen?
rugby player.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Melbourne Storm, mate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did
yeah.
you have to look that up?
No, my
Oh, Ryan.
used to go to
Yeah,
Storm
Ryan
games
Pappy.
all the
Oh,
time.
no, I thought for some reason. Yeah, anyway, my mom was wondering.
old
Yeah,
Pat
they actually
Smith.
could. And they got the hairdos as well. They got the sweeping mullets. Yeah, Ryan Pappenhausen. He's a freak. Unfortunately,
He could play AFL.
He could. He could. He's much like Billy Slater. Billy Slater could have played footy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, good call, Maxie.
This one's from Beck. How many children do you think were conceived after that pass from Naz to King? I'm going to guess.
I couldn't get into the toilet, so maybe...
Yeah, I was going to say, it was all lightning speed for us
Literally
anyway,
hundreds.
so... Hundreds.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
It was that good of a kick.
Yeah, can I just put a pause in here? I think, Jake, you've got to up your sneaker game.
Why?
Just look at Marshy.
Yeah.
Look at the nice pearl tongue on that.
I don't
one.
wear
And
runners. I don't do it. I'm
I think
sorry.
we need to get you a pair. We've got
Yeah.
these lovely little.
Yeah, they're pretty
numbers.
flash.
I just go the Vans.
You go skateboarding, do you?
Eh?
You go skateboarding?
Skateboarding through the emotions every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up and down
nice.
the half
Yeah.
pipes of
If
each week.
I don't go the runner. I've got runners for actual sport, but I can't rock those. I've tried it. I just can't
I
do
reckon
it.
you could.
You reckon I could?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Find me. You're the experts. Find me a pair that would work with what I got and we'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
all right.
Yeah,
Sure,
all right, we
mission.
can up your game because
Yeah.
like Vans are nice, but I feel like they're a bit of a uniform shoe. Like, I feel like you could express yourself a bit more because you got the black ones as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon we could pimp your sneaker game.
All right. Done deal.
Yeah.
Lock it in. That's what you're
Pimp
doing on the
my
buy. This one's from Lucas with Higgins, Clark, and hopefully Butler and Billings to come in. Who makes way?
Jeez, that's
four.
big.
That's huge.
They're all probably big shouts to come back in.
Yeah. The first one that came to mind was Mason Wood, but he actually put his body on the line a few times and got
Yeah.
cleaned up on the weekend, which I was pretty happy
No,
to see.
he's staying in.
He's staying
He's
in.
playing such a unique role, Mason, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a role
He's got a
almost
lovely left boot.
made just for him.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So
Sadly, the first name that comes to mind is my boy.
The
I think
Charminator.
Sharman's going to probably
Yeah,
get-
probably.
Just because there's too much forward power there. And he's been good, but he's getting the 8 disposals, kicking 1 goal.
yeah.
And that was
I
the
don't know if
one.
that's enough.
That was the one kind of area that I thought we were a little bit lacking on the weekend was that sort of representation from the smalls. Like Longy did it well,
Yeah.
but yeah, outside of that, it was few and far between. Like Gresham spent a bit of time there,
Yeah.
but we just
And Membry had to do a lot of hard work around half forward.
well, yeah, that's right.
And there was
so,
relief.
yeah, so Sharman, you could be right
I
there.
reckon Sharman comes out for
reckon
Butler.
maybe Windhager. Like it'd be harsh,
Yeah.
but I think he's
Owens will stay in, do you think?
yeah. Oh, you can't drop him off that. I think Windhager by what he set the scene. I think he had a little bit of a quieter
true.
output.
So it gets hard after that now, doesn't it?
Oh, it gets near impossible.
But we're assuming all 4 will come in, and I don't think all 4 will come in.
I think
yeah.
Clark will probably get another go at it because he had the COVID, so he was out.
Yeah,
And Brisbane, that's a massive game.
We've got Essendon the Friday night. Bring Clark in for that.
We keep Nasiah in full stop.
Yeah,
he's untouchable.
We
at
don't
the
talk
minute.
about whether he's dropped or not for the rest of the year.
Exactly. I think
Yeah,
he can
he's
be
a lock.
so damaging at the Gabba.
Yeah,
He can be, with that foot.
yeah. And he has 10 touches. If he sets up 3 opportunities for King,
Yeah.
job done.
Yeah.
exactly.
We're happy.
Exactly. And he's running carry too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it gets hard after that. So those are 2, but
Oh,
we'll
it's
see what the coaches do because
such good problems to have.
Yeah. Does Sandy play next weekend?
I
while we
think
have
they've got the
bye?
bye as well. Or did they just recently have... They had a
just
bye.
recently had a
Yeah,
bye.
so
so
they
they'll
play through.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Give
Yeah.
Billings, give those boys another run, I reckon.
All I'd say against Brisbane is that you bring in your experience. You
Yeah.
bring in your AFL players.
It's gotta
that
be
have been there
Higgins.
for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's got to be Higgins. I'd say Billings as
I think
well.
Butler too.
And definitely Butler.
After
Bringing
five-
in Butler
hit
and
5
Higgins is probably
and
the top
23.
of our...
Yeah.
5 and 23.
That's
on the
huge.
weekend.
That's all right. That's what we were really wanting him to
Yeah.
go and do.
Yeah.
Learn how to kick goals again. Well,
Yeah.
5 goals. That's a
Job
pretty
done.
good refresher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one's from Kurt, Godfather. Any chance you can get a special guest, Brucey, to give some mid-season thoughts on the Saints? What's Brucey think of the
right,
first
let's-
11 weeks of Saints footy?
Let's call him in.
We're filming now. Where are you, Brucey? Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Hello, this is Bruce.
Yes, Brucey, we just need some mid-season thoughts for the St Kilda Football Club.
Let me stop you there, Joyce. St Kilda, they came out of the woodwork, didn't they? You know, end of last year. They were sitting 13th on the ladder. Big win last round against Fremantle, put them back up to 10th. Now, the way that they came out this year, you thought, okay, it's going to be another year of misery for the Saints after their loss to Collingwood, who were absolutely delicious in round 1, but we won't talk about that because this is about St Kilda Football Club. And then round 2, they came out and beat Flagmantle, you know, who were serious contenders. I'm being serious. And
It's turned into Brucey.
I just want to say, from then onwards, they had a couple of disappointing losses, don't get me wrong. You know, Port Adelaide up in Cairns, what a shit show that was. But, you know, they've just come back into form. They beat Geelong You know, and Geelong are just packed full of superstars and have been for the past 20 years. So, you know, that was really the big test for St Kilda was getting over Geelong. A couple of danger games, one in Adelaide, and then they got over the line against Adelaide with an 8-goal last quarter. That was delicious. Oh, Mexican King coming out and kicking 6 straight. Oh, my God, that gets Brucey going every day of the week. And then, you know, some special players coming in. Some special players. We saw them against North Melbourne. Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira. Isn't he class? You know, he's just got some X factor about him. So seeing him come in, the kids are playing well. The kids are really playing well. Now, Brucey's getting a little bit light-headed here, boys, so he's going to have to hang up and kick his feet up and have his nice glass of wine in front of the fireplace before he goes to bed and, you know, go and pray to the shrine of Cyril Riali that he has above his bed and blow out the candles and, you know, get ready for a nice sleep. So, boys, it's been real. But our Saints, they're in the top 4. They're coming into serious contenders. They are serious contenders this year, aren't they? So, boys, I'll leave you there. But, boys, we are onto something special here. Anyway, ta-ta.
Oh, bloody hell. Thank you, Brucey.
Thank you, Brucey. I've missed Brucey.
Yeah, that
I'm
hurts
so
my,
lightheaded after that.
hurts my cheeks, man.
Oh, it's like doing a seance. Oh, just...
Oh, well, funnily enough, the next one's asking for Bernard.
Oh!
This one's from Max. Any of you boys travelling up to Brizzy?
Yeah, it's actually, I was chatting to
Tempted.
the family about that. And so
Yeah.
we go up for a nice family trip up to Brisbane to the Gabba. I'm thinking I might do it. It's a long
Yeah.
weekend, Queen's birthday
Yeah.
weekend, Saturday,
Oh, good
Sunday,
call.
Monday off.
Well,
So,
okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, nah. Unfortunately
Marsh
not.
out.
Yeah.
Oh.
he
It'll
don't
be
look happy about
good. It'll be good.
it.
Yeah, I think I'll try and get down as well.
Yeah, down to Bris Vegas.
Yeah.
Big game.
Viva Bris Vegas.
Yeah. This one's from Raphael. Who's your top 5 in the BNF right now? Let's go.
Ooh.
One, top of the tree, Sinks.
Do you want to do it individually or as a unit?
As a unit. Let's
As
go
a unit,
1.
yeah. Okay, Sinks. Yeah.
1.
Yeah, he's been the standout.
2.
Wilkie.
Wilkie.
Wilkie. Yeah, I'm
Wilkie.
agreeing with that. Yeah. 3.
Crouch.
Yeah.
Would Kingy be in the 5?
I think.
He's our leading goal kicker. Is that not enough? I mean, Ben King didn't even get in the top 10 for Gold Coast. So, okay, no Kingy.
So we got
Sinks, Wilkie,
and you say
Crouch.
Crouch.
I was
Yeah,
going to
leading
jump
the
in and
tackles.
say Gresh should be up there.
Gresh should
think?
be, I
Do
reckon
you reckon he'd be
he'd
5th?
5th, yeah. And then number 4, I'm thinking Hill.
Yeah, Healy, Sebastian.
Oh,
Yeah,
Seb's gonna be up
He's
there.
been bloody consistent.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's going to be a very
That's
interesting
chock a
watch.
block.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years has been
Yeah.
Steele wins and then who cares about the rest. This year it's our starting 22. They're going to fill. It's going to be a tight like top 5, top 6 in terms of points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely reckon that top 3 is pretty
Yeah, that's pretty
Spot on.
pretty locked on. Yeah.
links. Sinks, Wilkie and Crouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bloody hard after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because Crouch's only quiet game for the year was this weekend, I reckon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he was getting he was getting chop outs. I don't think he would have had a lot of ground time because
No, he only
the
had
kids were getting runs.
24 touches as well, I
Yeah.
think. This one's from Mitch. For Marshy again, a lot of
Hey.
special requests. Marshy, do you have any tips for getting numbers on the back of the jersey? Hashtag Machito, hashtag 24.
Mate, easy.
What's the-
You just go to the club. You just take your tops down there and they'll print them for you.
I think
Just going to the merch.
Yeah. Just go to
Section,
the
yeah.
merch store. They got the printing machine. So.
I was wondering if he. I actually thought he was more asking like, what are your tips on how to decide on who to put on? your
Oh,
jersey?
so what? So
I'm sure Mitch knows to go to the club.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whoa, yeah.
Like, how do you decide
Cop
on
that.
the
hey.
numbers? Like, what's your go-to?
I don't know. It's just the vibe, I suppose. I've only ever gotten 2 numbers.
Marbo.
I've had Matty Parker because I really liked him, and Sebastian because I really like him as well. And I said I would. So I don't know. Just go with your gut. If your heart's is he saying he wants to go Machito?
He's got hashtag Machito, hashtag 24 in there. So I
Go
feel like
ahead.
Then go
just go
get
do
it done.
Go to the
Yeah.
club, they'll get it done
Speaking
straight
of
away.
24, I saw Shawnee Dempster at the game on the
you
weekend.
did?
Yeah,
I
he
saw
was
a
going
few.
down and getting some food. He has got one of the more graceful man buns I've ever seen.
Has
in my
he? He's got a
life.
man
He
bun
is
now?
growing out the hair.
Ah.
Yeah, I think he was there with his dad, but
Because he's like he was doing our fitness work for a while.
Okay.
He was
Yeah,
involved
yeah,
in the
he's
program
involved.
in some capacity because
Yeah.
that's what he went on to do with his career.
I was going to say he's still looking $1 million bucks. Like, he's a
Jeepers.
good-looking rooster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw Lukey Ball as well in the elevator and
Oh, yeah, he
before
was
the game.
That's
and
right,
whatnot.
yeah.
He's looking good.
And Matty Parker, while we're on the subject of Matty Parker, he was there. So it was quite a...
Tom Hawkins was Triple M, I think, down the couple of boxes across.
Yeah.
Not good to see him, but
Yeah. Oh, whoops, there goes my burrito bowl out the window.
this one's from Jack, a bit of a longer one, so bear with me, boys, please.
Get comfy.
This is for the junk mail, but when I was going through some stats, I found some pretty outrageous stats for the Saners. Number 1, since the inclusion of 1%ers as a stat halfway through the 2000s, Dougal Howard has the second highest average of 1%ers with an average of 8.95, only 0.1 behind Harris Andrews.
Yeah, right.
That is an awesome stat.
That's a
That is-
great
that is
start.
good.
I was going to say he'd be pretty high in the BNF. So he'd be
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dukes would be
He's
top
top 10.
7, I
Yeah.
reckon. Number 2, since the inclusion of tackles as a stat, Jack still has the highest average of tackles of all time with 6.95. In brackets, I know that's not a surprise, but the tackle is not exactly a new stat. 6.95 all time since tackles were a stat. basically.
It's good because it feels right that the tackling stat is with St Kilda because we had Lenny Hayes break the all-time record.
Yeah.
And
that was then broken by Matt Predis, I think.
Yeah. Was it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jack Steele's he's gonna
He's
finish
gonna-
up his career
he'll
as the
smash
number
it.
one tackler.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 3, despite contested marks only being counted in the last 66 games of Stuart Lowe's career, he still averaged 2.52 a game, good enough for second all time.
Yeah.
And
I was
number-
going to say he'd be number 1 all time, I reckon, Stuart Lowe.
What contested mark?
Yeah,
they had
like
this-
if they counted earlier
Yeah,
on,
in
his
his whole
last
career.
66 games were like, from 1999 onwards or something. So,
Yeah, true.
that back in that mid 90s, early 90s, he was just clunking them over everyone.
Yeah. Number 4, Max King only has one more game to go until he passes the minimum games played to qualify for these stats. And when he does, his 2.18 contested mark average will sit at number 4.
Shit.
However, if you take 2020 out of the equation due to shorter quarters, he would have the exact same average as Stuart Lowe.
Oh, that is an outrageous stat. I like that.
This
one.
is amazing from Jack. Good
This
on you,
is
mate. This is
great
really good
stuff.
work. This is the junk mail that I want to see
Yeah.
in my junk.
Hell yeah.
This
There we
is
go.
not junk mail, is it? No.
What did I
The
just
mirrors
say?
are fogging up.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit hot in here. And he said also worth mentioning, I looked up these stats before the North game. So Kingy, did he take a couple of contested on the weekend again? So yeah, he'd be back in that setup very nicely. This one's from Michael. Saners love the pod. For all the positive... What are you laughing at there?
No, I just love it. Like just
All
charging
positivity,
out of the blocks. Love
Speaking
it.
of that, we'll talk about some fun fan engagement later today.
Yeah.
For all the positives to come out of the season, I think we've all skimmed over the clear standout from 21 to 2022, our list management and our recruiters. Coming off a poor 21, we all looked at our draft hand and thought it was poor, and it was poor as we'd traded picks away and didn't have much to work with. But to extract Owens, Windhager, Nasiah, Paris as well, we can't forget, and co, it's been an absolute masterstroke.
Oh yeah.
It's not really a question, but just a...
Statement, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
really good statement.
We chatted a lot about the kids in that first segment, and for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our recruiting over the past couple of years has been so much better. Like, you look over the past 10 years and you're like, only a couple stick around from each draft, and then we import on the back of, either poor form or injury from
Yeah.
players. So I think that to actually go for young talent, and I think Brett Ratton coming into the club has been excellent for that, because he's like, I want skill. I want players that can actually play the game, not that, they're not giant decoys like your Reece Stanleys of the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rats, even when he was coach at Carlton, he loves flair. He loves
Yeah.
fun footy. He wants to, even as a coach,
Because they
he
had
wants
like
to...
the three amigos or whatever, like Betts,
Yaron as well,
yeah.
and he was a freak. Like,
And
they were
yeah,
all
there's
just
another
amazing
fella.
to watch together.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to be on there as a question, but how good are our Indigenous boys?
They're all-
and
yeah,
how
they're
well do
brilliant.
they represent the culture at
Yeah.
the moment at the football club?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is the best it's ever been at St Kilda,
Oh, easy.
Absolutely.
by far. And
Like-
they are playing some bloody terrific footy. Like, we're winning on the back of their efforts,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
They're all
just,
playing. They're all integral to the success of the team at the
yeah,
moment.
exactly.
And you're hearing a lot about Auntie Katrina, so surely, she's going to work her magic and get a boy, Carl Ayamon, down to the club. That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one's from Thomas. Hey, Jake, you got a long question. Going into the mid-year break, have you lads got 3 big positives? And even though we are playing some beautiful Saints footy, what about some 3 negatives too? And loving the content, mate. Good to meet you guys the other week.
That's nice.
Lovely
go.
to meet you too.
So 3 positives and 3 negatives. We can just work around the room.
I was going to say for positive for me, I think let's pick one positive each and one negative
All right,
each.
I'm-
Oh, yeah.
I'll start, if that's all right.
Yeah.
The kids. That's a positive. Just the kids.
Yeah.
Blooding the kids and seeing
Yeah.
them play the way they're playing already.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say the team first sort of mentality that we've got now compared to last year. Last year we were playing selfish football, and this year we're playing selfless football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon I've really enjoyed the resilience that our group has at the moment. We've been thrown in, we've played every kind of game so far to this halfway point of the year, and so many times we've seen it in the past that if we're down at 2, 3, 4 goals, or we miss a few goals, we drop the bundle. Not anymore. We're in games right to the end, and even when we're pumping a team like North on the weekend, to see us like running out games like Gresham kicking that last goal, still hungry. That's that's probably what I've really enjoyed so far.
Yep.
Yep, 3 negatives. Number 1, there's not many to be honest. I mean, could you just say Steele's injury?
Oh, you can.
Nah, to be honest, there's not many.
I've got one to start off with. Marquee games. I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
done
going to
with
say
him.
the Port game is probably the main
Yeah,
downer for me this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can come up with a couple, but
We still have and every team's going to have it, but where we just don't rock up switched on sometimes, or it
Yeah,
takes
first
a while
quarters.
for us to
Yeah.
to get going.
yeah.
All right.
You got another one, or are you going to take the marquee game?
I was going to say
Marquee game.
Marquee game.
Yeah, I'll just say 4 quarters. We've done it once. We've done it once against Hawthorn. I'd love to see it again. I'd love to see it against Brizzy. Really.
And I'd say North, that was a 4-quarter
Yeah, it
performance.
was close. It
I don't
was
think we lost a quarter, did we?
No, we didn't lose a quarter.
Against
no
North?
way. No, against North. Yeah, sorry. I thought you said Hawthorn. Yeah, but just we didn't make the most of those opportunities in the second quarter. And if you're going to play 4 quarters against a good team, they need to go through. So
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll still say I want to see it more. Really putting good teams to the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the final junk mail, but I've got a few more if you guys are going to
Yeah, well,
There we go. We're nearing on an hour more. Go
go a couple more.
Yeah.
two more.
Two more.
Timmy's asking, who are your favourite current AFL commentators? He rates Brenton Speed from Fox Footy.
Brenton Speed.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good,
He
yeah.
keeps it simple. Yeah.
Who do we rate? Hutto? Dwayne Russell called our game on the weekend. He's not too bad. He gets, to me, I like
He's there
Dwayne
for-
Russell, but he gets too excited too quickly.
Yeah. He's there
I'm
for
like,
the kids. He's there
it
for the
feels
kids.
manufactured a bit more.
It is. It does,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't mind Dwayne.
Yeah.
Like-
the crazy good, I'm a bit over.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is crazy good.
Nah, well, at the end of the Adelaide game, when was it Marshall kicked the winning goal? He's like, when the Saints are good, they're scary good. And I'm like, yeah, we're pretty good, but like,
It's like basketball commentator. He does the basketball. He
Yeah,
does the,
yeah. Who else would be
NBL.
out there? There's
I like Roo but I suppose he's not a
Special
main.
comments.
He's a special.
I'm loving
BT?
mine. BT's great on the radio.
yeah, I
love him
rate
on the
BT on the radio. Yeah,
I can't wait to see Joey get more televised
Yeah.
games.
How he's funny.
How he's good.
He's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
very chill.
is he
Yeah.
Triple M as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the Triple M boys are great. I
Yeah.
rate Triple M.
Yeah.
They're fun and BT's forced to actually call the game.
Even
Yes.
Nathan Brown's actually not bad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
surprisingly
they got
okay.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Daisy Pearce is really good too.
She's a
I reckon.
ripper.
Yeah.
How
she
good's
comes.
her intel?
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
she articulates the game better than most.
I'd say she's listening to her on. It was Triple M. She's on. Listening to her on the weekend. I think it was out at Geelong or something like that. Just the way that she talks about the play.
Yeah,
She makes it so straight up and down
yeah,
and uncomplicated. She's just, and she knows, like, she's going to be a crazy good coach.
yeah.
Like, she just knows the game inside and out. So,
Yeah. She puts a few fellas to shame on Channel 7, I reckon.
yeah.
You know.
100%. She's excellent. Lastly, Victoria's asking, and this is one that's I don't like doing because it might set us up for a downfall, but guess how the season will end in terms of wins and losses. So we are now 8-3. Believe it or not, we are 8-3.
I know, that's crazy.
That's such a great effort.
3 more wins, and that pretty much cements us a final spot.
You reckon 11 gets finals?
11 gets finals. That has been the trend
With
for
Richmond
so
and the
long.
Dogs and Port winning games, I reckon you're going to need more.
You
than
need
that.
more, maybe
I reckon
12 or
locks it
4
in.
more wins for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and we're yet to play Essendon. We're yet to play West Coast. We play Hawthorn again. Mm-hmm. You'd think we're all favourites in that.
Yeah,
We should
we've
get
got
the
a rough
chocolates
patch
there.
in there. We've got a really rough patch. We come up against Sydney Bulldogs,
We've got Brisbane twice.
Brisbane, and Richmond.
Sorry, Sydney twice as well.
Sydney twice.
Freo.
as well.
Geelong in
home.
Geelong.
Oh, and Freo in that 4-week span.
Geelong in Geelong.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're really going to get it handed to us in this.
Yeah, and you
second-
mentioned it. You put it in the potty chat. You said you had to look at the fixture and like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's pretty tough.
But yeah, 5 more games. If we split the atom and just go, we win 50% of the next game, so I get 5-6 games.
That's enough.
Oh, that's more than
Yeah,
enough.
But if
that's
you-
going to put you in 5th.
If we hit 15 wins, that's top 4.
Yeah.
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 So,
I
What do you
think, I reckon
do you reckon we're going 14 and just missing out?
of top 4,
Yeah.
I reckon we're top 4, baby.
Yeah, I
With
reckon we're going
14
top 4.
or 15?
I reckon 16.
You're going
I-
16
Yeah,
wins.
16 wins.
That's
So I reckon-
04. 16 and 6 we finished.
Yeah,
yeah,
there you
right.
go. Well, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's going to be a bit odd. We don't have a game this weekend.
No.
So
Is there a minute though?
there will be a minute.
Yeah. It's a pretty shit minute.
You said that last
shit
time
minute.
and it ended up being a good minute.
No, this one's really shit. But, all right, this might upset the Batonis, the
Don't give out
Nonnas,
the
the
last name,
Nonnos. Everyone knows your last name, Jake. Everyone knows your last name. It's going to upset the Batonis, the Nonnos, the Nonnos of the
Yeah,
world.
The Italians.
The Italians are going to be up in arms
Mafia's
about
on
this
ya.
next one. But I tell you what, Pizza Hut next door to the
no, you're not.
ground.
No, you're not.
My goodness
No,
gracious
you're not.
me. Mamma mia. Mamma mia.
No, you're not.
Mamma mia.
What is wrong with you?
Mate, there's a lot.
I
But
love Pizza Hut too.
mate, so they've taken it back to the 90s because I must admit I've been no, it's not all you can eat. I'm sorry. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I saw the glint in your eye. Unfortunately, not Joycey, but they took it back to the 90s in terms of quality. I don't know if it's just this Docklands Pizza Hut that do it right, but I've been quite disenchanted with the South Yarra,
disgraceful.
the St Kilda area Pizza Hut. So I'm like, never again. But this one, it was for the gram. I should have taken a photo of it. I haven't seen such a perfect looking little deep pan pizza. They've gone back to the Super Supreme. So if you want to do yourself a favour, if you've had a day at the footy and, you know, full of a belly full of beers and bad manners, nothing sets you right than Super Supreme deep pan pizza from Pizza Hut. It changed my life. It was, I felt like a kid again. All that was missing was the chocolate mousse.
There you go. I was going to say, Jake, you've got one around the corner from your house. You've got one about a 500-metre walk from your
Pizza
house.
place?
A Pizza
Still
Hut.
haven't. Oh, Pizza Hut.
A Pizza Hut, yeah.
I
'cause
wouldn't
used to
know,
live
man. I
around
don't
the
look
corner.
out for them. I don't hunt for them like Marshy does.
Yeah, well, yeah. So,
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I love a pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut.
Mm.
They're just like a cheap, filthy pizza.
yeah.
So nice.
I don't think I've had pizza in about 10 years.
Pizza. Full stop.
No, Pizza Hut.
Pizza
gonna
Hut.
Yeah,
say,
pizza, obviously.
So if you were to get a Pizza Hut pizza right now, what would you get, Jake?
I'd have to be the anything covered in mushrooms or vegetarian.
Yeah, fair call.
Sadly,
fair,
yeah, I
fair.
don't go
Yeah.
the salami or anything anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Gave up that a long time ago.
It's very complicated.
Back down in
But yeah.
2003.
Jeez. So yeah, I woke up today feeling a lot better than I should, and it's all down to the pizza.
This isn't a sponsorship, by the way,
Nah.
because he's talking.
Wait. Oh, I can't wait.
Although
I can't wait
Pizza
till
Hut-
our next home game. When is our next home game?
Essendon Friday night, 3 weeks.
Oh, jeez, that's.
Big
long.
crowd, big win, hopefully.
Yeah. Alrighty, boys. Well,
Oh, hold up.
Oh, no,
Hold
here
up.
we go.
And we can chat
Oh,
about
yeah,
it more. We
I
can
know where
chat.
you're
We
going.
can chat about it more next week. But let's get the wheels on the bus moving.
Yeah.
As was the response to the Saints disco,
huge.
RJ and the crew at Bentley Social, they want to open up the doors again to the Sainers. So I think let's make it happen. Let's make this a little interstate game. I reckon we've got a bit of planning. So I might even have some prizes. I might even put this up for a
No,
prize.
you won't.
no,
you
I
won't.
can't give away things that I've
You
been
just
given.
need to
yet.
wear that when we're in a position where
Yeah.
the game's done.
Yeah, fair
You're gonna
enough.
do that.
I'll pop on my dressing gown at some stage during the night. So,
Yeah.
Jake, what do you reckon? How can we sort of best sort of promote this thing?
It's just that I reckon how we did it last time. Let's
Yeah.
lock in the venue first of all. We'll sort of that out, which you think is pretty much
venue's
done.
locked in, but we need numbers.
Yeah,
we
we
want
need
concrete
numbers. So
numbers.
people listening and watching, if you're interested, it's going to be Saturday. Is it June
10.
10?
Yeah.
June 10.
Yep.
Saturday night football at the Gabba.
Yeah.
If you can't make it and you don't want to watch it at home, just on your own or with the fam, bring the whole fam down.
Bring the family down.
And Bentley Social, hit me up in the DMs,
Yep.
and we can lock in numbers there. And we'll also create a event
That's
on
it.
Facebook, and all you have to do is hit RSVP, and then Marsha will know numbers, and we can relay that back.
I cannot stress this enough is only say you're going if you're coming.
Yeah, if you're
because
rocking
we
up.
need to let RJ know, because there's a bit of a difference. We've got 50 people there, easy peasy. If we want more than that, he needs to know.
Yeah.
Because he'll be cordoning off.
If all three of us rock up, trust me, we're getting 100 there.
That's it. So yeah, let's fill Bentley Social red, white, and black.
That's 15, 20, 25% off food. 15.
15%
It's
off
up to the
food and
20.
drinks.
No.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
That's
Brilliant. That's
yeah.
a great deal.
Yeah.
I was
Good
going to say,
vibes.
and there's definitely got to be an opportunity though. I'll probably head up to the Gabba, and if I'm not there, I'll be at the Bentley Social.
Yeah.
You can count
Same.
on me. But if I get seen on TV, drinks in hand have to be gone. If I get spotted at the Gabba on TV, I will try and get tickets in a good spot.
Yep.
If I'm spotted, every time that I'm spotted, the drinks in your hand have to be gone.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout.
They have
Yeah,
to be
okay,
gone.
a bit of a juicy
lock.
drinking game.
Yeah, we
I
should
can
actually
do that.
write out some more drinking games for the night.
Yeah, true.
Drink
Yeah.
responsibly.
Oh, that'll be good. All right, so
Anytime Maxi takes a contested mark, take a shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Or have a
yeah.
sip.
Oh, we
Or
can have some.
probably
We
have a sip.
we can have some serious fun with
Yeah,
that. Maybe
yeah.
next episode.
I was going to say, we've got an episode where we're not going to be chatting about a game. We're going
Yeah,
to
we'll talk
doing a
about
review,
it.
Yeah,
so
Talk about
nice,
all of
nice.
yeah,
this.
we'll get some fan engagement going in for that
Ew.
episode as well.
Yep.
I reckon there's going to be a lot more of that to come throughout the rest of the year. So
Lock it in.
stay tuned.
Delicious.
Anyway, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure as it always is.
Yeah.
I might go get myself a slice from Pizza Hut. But I hope you have a brilliant week. It's a nice, relaxing weekend with no Saints footy to stress about, although it hasn't been that much of a stressful year.
Content never stops, Joyce.
It never stops. So Godfather's going to have a busy
Yeah, it's
weekend.
gonna be
Super
weekend.
quick question: Are Brisbane playing this weekend, or do they also
No,
have
they're
the bye?
playing. They're playing Fremantle.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to get them
They've
nice
got,
and
They've got
sore.
the Sunday slot,
see.
and then they play coming back from Perth on the Saturday night.
Oh, that's delicious.
Warm
Here we
that
go.
up. Come on,
Biggest
Freo.
travel in footy.
Back to
we
back
won't.
losses for them.
So, yeah.
Well, boys, it's been real.
been
Take
real.
care. And just going to finish off with the... what were you doing over there, Marshy?
I was just going, knock, knock.
Oh, who's there?
Owen.
Oh, and who?